Does it feel like forever since you've been on the court?
It feels like a really long time, especially since I was expecting to come back. I mean, it sucks what happened, but I'm just here to cheer on my teammates. So.
You would have been eligible to play starting second semester, but of course the broken foot has obviously set you back. How is that coming along, the broken foot?
It's coming along really well. Surgery went perfect and everything. I'm rehabbing with our trainer, Steph, and she's just really pushing me to get back to where I was, and I'm feeling a lot better already. So hopefully it'll be sooner rather than later that I'm back out on the court. So.
How have you been able to help the team, despite obviously not being able to play? Are there other areas that you can help this team?
There's definitely other areas, especially when I'm sitting out in practice. I can see what our post players are doing because you can see everybody on the whole court at one time. So you can see where the defense is going wrong, where the offense is going wrong. So you can kind of give them little like tidbits throughout the whole thing.
When you finally do get healthy, what type of player will Badger fans get to see?
Definitely a defensive player. I love getting the blocks. I love getting the rebounds. I love helping push our offense to go. And sometimes I bring that calm sense when people start freaking out. So I'm just so excited to get back. But yeah.
Our halftime interview with Wisconsin's Rosie Gambino. You have a dual citizenship, is this correct? United States and Italian?
I do. My dad is from Sicily, and he came over when he was 17, and both me and my brothers all have our dual citizenship.
So how does that work? Just because your father came over from, I mean, how does it?
I honestly have no idea. They did it when I was very little, so I just know that I'm able to vote in all the elections and everything, so my dad kind of keeps us in tune with all of that.
So you've been to Italy then?
I've been there about 3 or 4 times to visit family.
When was the last time?
I think I went last May to go visit my grandpa. Okay. Yeah.
Is there a favorite, like, Italian food? Because when you think of Italy, you think of food. At least I do. Is there a favorite Italian food of yours?
Just all the gelato shops, honestly. Like, whenever me and my mom go, we have gelato maybe for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So it's definitely a nice thing.
You know, I was looking at uwbadgers.com, and it says you're addicted to nail polish. Now, I think Morgan Page was addicted to nail polish too, last season. How much nail polish do you have?
I think I counted like 90 bottles the other night. Yeah, but I know Morgan had at least more than me, so I'm kind of trying to catch up with that. But
you also said at uwbadgers.com you would like to change the time on the shot clock in the men's and women's games. Why do you think the men have less time on their shot clock?
Honestly, I've asked all of my friends that play basketball. Not one of them can give me an answer. So I would just really like to sit down with an expert and understand why it's like that, because I really don't understand. But
would a 24-second clock work in the women's game?
I think it would, especially like since we're seeing a much more faster game than we used to. I think it would be a lot more action-packed to have a shot clock that was shorter.
Here's the final one. This is the big one. You have to think about this. I'm going to put you on the spot. Pretend either you're drafting a team, but just of your teammates, or maybe like a fantasy basketball roster, whatever the case is. Who's your number one pick out of this year's Badgers team? Who's the first player taken, whether that's you're drafting a team or your fantasy basketball team, whatever?
I would have to go with Nicole Bauman. She brings that fire that not a lot of players have, and that's something that just really comes naturally. And it's kind of hard. You can't really teach that necessarily. So,
thanks for the time.
Yeah, no problem.